Hi.
Hi, are you sure this course is just for 2499?
Yes, and you know this is the only course with this expertise across the world.
No way!
Yes way. Don't delay. Enroll now.
Geeks learning together.
Hi.
Hi, are you sure you can prepare for product based companies through this course?
Yes, sitting at home?
No way!
Yes way. Don't delay. Enroll now.
Geeks learning together.
Hello and welcome to this amazing channel Geeks for Geeks. Today, this is the next session of our mock live DSA. Myself, Abhinav, I am a DSA mentor at Geeks for Geeks. I am a 5-star at Code Chef and expert at Code Forces. And uh, this year, I've qualified for ACM ICPC regionals with a rank of 57. So today we have Purbendu with us. So let me add. Hi, how are you?
I am doing great. How are you?
Yeah, I'm I too. So, so can you please tell me something about your introduction?
So, my name is Purbendu Halder. Currently, I am a student of civil engineering at Jadavpur University. I'm in my third year. Also, I'm pursuing my online BSc program from IIT Madras. Parallelly, I do competitive programming and I am 2000 plus rated at Lead Code, 4-star at CodeChef, and specialist at Code Forces. Also, I do projects with Flask as my backend tool, and for the front end part, I prefer normal HTML, CSS, Bootstrap along with JavaScript.
Okay, great. So can you please tell me something about your projects and stuff you have done with the development side?
So one of my projects was which I made while in learning Flask was a blog application. So there basically a user can ask the admin for posting his or her blogs, and like there are facilities to edit and modify it later on. Uh, like this was mainly the concept. Also, I have added the login part for the admin to make it more secure. And another project was made as a part of my coursework. So basically, it is a habit tracking app where you can track your daily habits, and we were asked to made it there were three options. One can be numeric, multiple correct, like this, and I have added those three separately, and like it was a good one. I have got the feedback. It
Okay.
was a good one.
Yeah, great, great. So, guys, we are just going to start. So, before starting, please hit the like button and write a one in the chat box if you all are also ready and excited for this amazing interview, which is going to be. And just write a one in the chat box so that I can know, and then we will start. Okay. So, I have shared you a Google Doc file. Have you got the link?
Yeah,
Yeah. Can you please open it and share your screen so that we all can see it?
yeah, sure. Should I only share the tab or the
Yeah,
full
sure. You can
screen?
just share that. Just a tab with that Google Doc. Okay, no worries. Okay, yeah. Can you please zoom it? So zoom in somehow so that we can see it properly. Yeah, great. So let me first tell you about the first problem, the first question. So in the first problem, what you are given with is that you are given with a string. Okay, so let's say string s. This is what you are given with, and in that string s, you have to find another string. So there are already, obviously there will be some conditions of what that second string should be. So you have to find a string which is anagram of this string. This is the first condition, and which is also palindrome. So the first thing is that so basically the first thing will be that you have to find that whether a palindrome string exists or not, means a string which is the anagram of it and palindrome too. So first let's take it like that. You have to first just tell true or false whether a string which is an anagram and a palindrome both exist or not.
Exists or not?
So let's
Got it.
take example. So let's take that example given to us is okay. So for this example, if you will see that, yeah, we can create another string, let's say s2, which is like this. This is a palindrome and also an anagram of the first string. So that is what you have to do. So you can.
Okay.
So I hope you have got the problem.
Okay. Yeah. So just to clarify, anagram is, I think, the free number of characters occurring in string S should be same, right?
Okay.
The definition
Number
of
of
anagram.
number of characters means, let's say there's a string with length 5, another length 5, then they are anagram or not?
No. Like I am telling, like only the string S can be shuffled to make another string, right?
Okay, got it. Yeah.
Okay.
Got it. Yeah.
So should I write only the function?
Yeah, you can first tell me the approach, what you are thinking.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So if it is it is an anagram, so I don't need to find any new character. I only have to shuffle these characters to get my answer. So if for a set of characters to form a palindromic string, the frequency of a character should be must be even, and there can be at most one character which has a odd frequency. Like I can put
Okay.
that character in the middle portion, and hence I can create a palindromic string. So this will be my approach. Like I will check if I will first calculate the frequency of every character. If the frequency is odd for at most one character, I will proceed with creating the string, my answer. Otherwise, I will straightforward return a false, like it is not possible.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I'm getting somehow. Okay, I think that we can continue with the implementation. Yeah.
Okay. So should I start the coding part?
Yeah. Let me write a function for you. Let's say that there's a function check. So which contains a string. Let's say s. Okay. This is the function which is given to it. So you have to check
Got it.
whether there exists another string which is an anagram and a palindrome too.
Got it. So what I can do is I will create count the generate the frequency of each and every character. So it will be frequency, and I can do it in this way also. I through s frequency of I minus a. Sorry, I plus plus. So this will tell me which character appears how many times in the string is. Now I will traverse this map. and I will check if odd, I will count how many odd frequencies exist here. So
Okay.
this will be like int count odd frequency to 0. So if I dot second, so this will give me the frequency mod 2 is not equal to 0. I will increment this value.
Okay. Okay.
And if any time I find out that this odd frequency has exceeded 1, like I cannot create a palindrome with two characters which have odd frequency. Like
Hmm.
suppose there is one A and one B, it is impossible to create a palindrome. So if by any means, if this count exceeds 1, I will return 0, like return 0 or
Okay.
return false.
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh, and at last, if the test passes this part, so I can simply return true, or I can at last check if count odd frequency is less or equal to 1 or not.
Okay. Fine. Fine. Okay. So can we make a dry run on it on the given test case which is given to us?
Yeah, sure. So like here, first I will check H. So H will have a frequency 1 as of now. Then I will go to A. A will also be incremented with a frequency of 1. Now N comes. N will be there with frequency 1. Now another N comes, and hence I will increase the frequency to 2. And another A comes, so I will increase the frequency to 2. So this will be my content of the frequency map. Then I will traverse in the map, and I will check if the frequency is odd. So here I will encounter odd frequency, and this if will be executed, and my count will be incremented to 1. Next, I will check for A, the frequency equal to 2. The if will not be executed, and it will not be executed anywhere, so it's fine. Again, for the frequency 2, this if will not be executed, and hence odd frequency count remains 1 at the end, and hence this if will never be executed, and since it has there is no condition over here, it will simply return a true that yes, there exists a string which is an anagram of the given string and a palindrome.
Okay. Okay. Got it. Fine. Just a modification in the problem. You have to print that possible palindrome. So how we can do that?
Okay, so while printing, is there any particular
And
order?
let's say if no such means you have to just print one possible palindrome which is possible,
Anyone?
any of the one, and if it is not possible, so just return -1 in the form of a string.
Okay. So should I modify this code only?
Yeah, you can do that too.
Okay. So I will change the return type at first,
Sure. Yeah.
and instead of returning false, I will return -1 here.
Okay.
Now, if the check passes, I know that there exists, there are answer always exists, and what I will do is, let's say my answer string is answer. Now, okay, so char character with odd frequency equal. So I am creating this character like if there exists a character which has odd frequency, I will be storing it over here so that my string can be made more easily. Dot first.
Okay.
So in the given test case, this character with odd frequency will have H as its value. Now
Okay.
I know that there is only at most one character with odd frequency. Yeah, so I will traverse the map. So for auto and I, so frequency. If I so I will initially check if I dot second mod 2 is equal to 0. If it is even, so there is no problem. I will like I can add it half times. Like if the frequency is 4, I will add it 2 times, and I will like reversely duplicate it to make a palindrome. So I will run a loop for the frequency by 2. I will run the loop for half the frequency, and sorry. And I will increment, add the character with my answer.
Okay.
So like if the frequency is 4, I will be adding it 2 times. So 4 by 2 is 2. So the loop will run for 0 and 1. And this will like in this particular test case, if the frequency is 2, so 2 by 2 is 1. So only one time A or N will be added. Now else, if the frequency is odd, so like if the frequency is suppose 1, so 1 by 2 is 0, so the loop will run 0 times. If the frequency is 3, I need to put 2 characters like in the opposite fashion, and 1 character will be put at last in the middle. So what this will do is 3 by 2 is 1, so it will run 2 times. But I must ensure that it should not run 2 times. No, sorry, it will run 1 time only. Okay, this is fine. Since 3 by 2 will give me 1, so j equal to 0, j less than 1, j plus plus. So it will be executed only 1 time. So this is fine. And hence, as I can see, there is no requirement of the if statement. So I can remove it. Like this can be done. Now what I can do is like I will check if this like any odd frequency exists or not. If it exists, so it will have a value 1, like the count is 1. And I can do is what I can do is answer. I will add that character, that specific character with this, and I will replicate the part. So I will first create a copy of this. Temp plus equal to this character. So basically now it has whatever temp has whatever half of the frequency of whatever I have already done, and the character with the odd frequency. Now I can reverse my answer. And like so, and simply return temp plus answer. Else, like if there is no problem of odd frequency or whatever, I can do is what I like, instead of renaming it temp, I can name it as reverse. Okay. Reverse answer. Okay, and if there is no problem of odd frequency, I can omit this part. Like I will simply reverse it, and append it with the answer.
Okay. Yeah. Seems good. Okay. Yeah, seems good. Okay. Great. Let's let me just. Yeah, I think that is what I was expecting. Lord
Okay.
Pegasus. Actually, you are wrong. You can check that the I'm not saying to you. Actually, I'm replying a comment. Sorry. So actually, we have to take the frequency of each characters. Okay, Lord. So it's not like it is not checking the frequency of a character. It's checking how many characters are there with odd frequency. So I think you have got the problem or implementation quite wrong. Please check it. Okay, it's right. Okay, great, great. I think we can move towards the next problem. Is it fine?
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Great. Uh, just a minute. Uh, okay. I hope the problem is visible to you now.
Yeah.
So yeah, so this is the problem. The problem is you are given with. So the problem name is this is the problem name. Let me just okay. And here is the statement that you are given with an array ARR of size n and an integer k. You have to find the maximum of each and every subarray of size k. So the maximum of each and every subarray of size k. Let's take a case. This is the array which is given to you. So here the value of k is 3. Means you have to take all the contiguous subarrays of size 3. You can see the first 3 are there. And then output the maximum of it, which is this 3. Then next 3 is there. Maximum of it, this is 3. Okay. Then next 3 are
Got
there.
it.
Maximum of it, which is 4. So this is how you will check for each and every subarray of that size k, and you have to tell the maximum of it. So that's what we have to do.
Got it. Okay. Okay. So the first brute force approach that comes to my mind is I will like create an array or traverse the first k elements individually and then find the maximum. So it will be the time complexity will be n into k, which I think is not a feasible one. Um,
Can you please again repeat what will be the time complexity?
n into k according to me. Like I will first choose first k elements, then the next k elements. So I have to select k elements one at a time. So at most there can be n into k. I think the time complexity will be
Okay. Okay.
like here 1 time, 2 time, 3 time, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay.
Okay.
And like I have to find the maximum for each like k sub array. So
Yeah.
that's why it will be n into k. For traversing it will be n and then again k. Okay. So I can create a map. Like since map not a unordered map, it will be a map since it stores the elements in a sorted order. So I will create a map and not a set. I will also explain that later. Like I will create a map and select the first k elements, and
Okay.
the maximum element in a map will be at the last pointer. So I can access it using like C++ STL, the map.rbegin. It will give me the value 3. Next,
Okay.
what I can do is like this will be kind of sliding window. My window will be initially here. Next, I will move my window to here, and
Okay.
I will decrease my frequency of this pointer and increase the frequency of this pointer.
Okay.
So again, it will be like the last element will remain 3. Now I will move my window over here and decrease the, like, if the frequency of 2 is 0, I will just remove it from the map. So the map will now hold 314. Again, the last value I will like add it to the answer. Like, is the approach okay?
Yeah,
And
fine.
this way I
I'm
will
getting it.
continue.
So basically, you are doing the sliding window, and which is basically you are using the map. So using
Map to
the
find the
map.
maximum, like to find the maximum in log n time. Otherwise, it will take a k time. To find
Okay,
the maximum,
okay.
it will, like, it is basically sliding window problem, but to find the maximum is the challenge. Finding the maximum will take in native way, like it will take o of k, but if a map is used, it will take log of k.
Okay, so I'm just sharing you with the link to. Uh, I think now you have to just a minute. Yeah, I'm writing there only. So yeah, this is the link. I've shared it to you.
Yeah.
You can first, if you want, you can first add a brute force approach in the sheet only if you want. Otherwise, you can implement your solution directly in the code part.
So I can write a brute force, since the subarray finding, traversing the subarray part remains as the constant. So I can write it. There is no issue. But do I
Okay,
need to,
just
or
just
I
uh,
can
just im-
skip to
just
the
implement to the code part. Just implement the code part. Yeah,
with the
it's
map?
fine now. Yeah, I mean,
So
whatever
do
the
I need?
most efficient approach you are thinking.
Got it. So do I need to code it in the doc file or in the link?
No, in the link, in the link.
Okay. And should I change the,
Yeah, you have to
like,
change that.
change
That
the
I have told
screen?
you. Yeah, you have
Okay.
to change. No worry, I'm answering from here. Yeah, great, great. It's visible.
Okay. Okay. So I will create a map. Let's name it. I can name it frequency only. Okay. So for the first k elements, I will just blindly add the first k elements. Frequency of ARR of I plus plus. Okay. I need to also create a answer vector. Okay. So I can add is answer dot pushback, whatever is the last element in my map. So frequency dot r begin. So this will give me the maximum one in the map that is currently present, and it will work like that. Okay. Now I need to create 2 pointers. So let's name it as start is k and end is 0. So what I will be doing is increase the frequency of the value that is at the start pointer and decrease the value that is at the end pointer. And I will go on like this. So for start, I will do it until start is less than n. My bad, I have flipped it. So yeah, this is a better naming. So end is less than n, end plus plus. Okay. I will increase the frequency of the end one. So frequency of ARR of end plus plus and frequency of ARR of start minus minus. And I will check if the frequency goes to 0. I will just delete it from my map. So if this thing becomes 0, if this thing becomes 0, I will erase it. But erase ARR of start.
Okay.
Okay. And at last, I will just do this thing only. Push whatever like, okay, so there is another mistake. I need to increment my pointers also. Uh, Whatever is there at the ending of my map, I will just push it to my answer vector, and
Okay.
at last I will return the answer. Uh, okay, just let me run it once. Mm, No matching function to call. Okay, dot rbegin dot first. Since I need the element and not the frequency, I'll add dot first. Like it works, I think, but why is it not working? Uh, Frequency dot rbegin will return me a pointer to the end. Mm, Okay, just let me comment this down and check what is the value at star frequency dot rbegin. Okay. Uh, so it returns me a pair constant int. Okay, first. Okay, so there was a syntactical error. Copy.
And there is a double T at the line number 21.
Double
Line number 21, last two characters. Line number 20, the spelling of
20. Yeah.
first. First,
Okay,
the
okay.
spelling of first.
First. Okay. 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 There are like brackets. 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, 6.
Same for line number 29 too.
Yeah.
No worries, no worries.
Okay. So the sample test cases has passed.
Yeah. Okay. Just please run the second sample too.
Yeah.
Right, 10 and 4 and the remaining numbers. You can copy it, no worries.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Can we submit it?
Yeah. Okay. DLE. Okay. Okay. So expected is O of n. Got it.
Actually, for a map, because you are storing it in a sorted, it's taking log of n. So
Hmm.
can we do that thing in means if you will see the overall time complex, can you just please tell me the overall time complexity for your code?
So the loop will run n times, and the map will contain at most k elements at a time. So it will be n into log k.
Yeah. So I think that if we can perform it in order of n, so it
Order of n,
will
right?
be a yeah, it will be a expected. Means this is absolutely
Hmm.
right. Means if you can think of it, means I have
Like the
got the source code,
constants are 10
whatever.
to the power 7. So I haven't seen it before, 10 to the power 7 constraint.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Okay.
that's the reason that I think that we have to take anything if it is order of n.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay. So these things can't be done here. Okay.
Can
Uh,
I means I don't want the complete implementation of it from you, because we have already implemented this particular approach. If you can just come up with can you use any other data structure instead of this, or which else data structure can be used to store the sliding window or a window? Getting, I means what we are doing here, we are basically, so if you will see one thing, let me give you some hints that we are having a window. From that window we are adding an element from, uh, basically we are adding a new element, and we are removing element from the back. That is what we are doing.
right,
If you can, so if
right.
we can use any data structure where this can be implemented easily
Okay,
without that log
so
and all.
like, got it. So maybe I can use a DQ to, like, since you told like we are adding an element from the like back
Okay.
side and removing element from the front side, so I can maintain a DQ
Okay.
to
Yeah.
simulate the sliding window portion. And uh, okay, so
You
here is
can, I
one,
think,
two,
no,
three.
I think now you can just explain that thing in the docs only. No worries.
Got it.
It's fine if you will explain me the pseudocode on the doc of that what you're
Yeah.
thinking. Huh? Yeah,
So I will copy the test case here.
sure.
Now the thing is three. So 1, 2, 3, right? Then 2, 3, 1. Okay. 2, 3, 1, and then 3, 1, 4. 3, 1, 4. So this 2 will, like, when I move this window over here, I know that 2 can never be my answer. Since I already have an element which is greater than 2, I always know that 2 can never be my answer. Like, for the first window of size k, I will initially add every element. Then what I can do is, since I will move my window towards this side, so I know that if the answer is 3 for this particular window, 1 and 2 can never be the answer for any of the possible windows, right?
Okay, got it. Yeah.
Like, and in the next window, 2, 3, 1, here also I know that 2 can never be my answer from the past experience, but 1 can be my answer since the elements here can be 1, 1, everything can be 1. So if a number which is smaller than the number in front of it, I will add it in the DQ.
Okay.
Otherwise, I
Okay.
will skip it.
Okay.
So 2, 3, 1. In the 2, 3, 1, I will keep 1 now, as of now.
Okay.
Then how do I find the maximum one? In Okay, so uh, like after the k elements are inserted, I will clean up the stack to contain only the element 3, and I can just I know that 3 is my maximum. Since any number which is greater than 3, if it comes in, I can remove the 3 safely.
Okay.
So initially
Fine.
I will be like keep the 3 as of now, then we will proceed further. We will think later on. So 3 then 1. So the as of now the DQ will contain 3 and 1, and I will
Yeah.
just have a max answer which will keep the track of
3.
which is the maximum element, which
Yeah.
yeah, it will keep a track which is the maximum element in the stack. Either it will
Okay.
be the first
Yeah.
element, like first element in the stack DQ, or
Yeah.
whatever element comes in.
Got it. Got it.
Okay.
Hmm.
Now so this was for the window 2, 3, 1, but since 2 has already been removed, I was looking at the window 3, 1 only. Now comes
Okay.
3, 1, 4. As soon as 4 comes in, I will remove the 3, since I get it that 3 cannot be my answer in any of the possible test cases.
Okay.
And similarly, 1 also will not be the answer in any of the test cases, like any of the sub arrays. Since I have already got a 4 and I will move the window towards right, this will automatically be deducted and 4 will remain my answer.
Okay. Okay. I think yeah, I have got that thing. Can we just write a small pseudocode for it? I mean, just quite implementation of
Pseudocode.
it. Yeah. I don't want a complete code. Just assume that you have to just write the you have the array, you have the and you have a key. Just write a pseudocode for it. No?
Okay, so I will create a deque. Okay, first let me add all elements from 0 to k in queue. Then what I can do is, and also I can keep a track of what is the maximum. Like if the value over here is like this, so 1 3 2, and keep track of maximum. Keep track of maximum. Okay, and next thing what I need to do is, whatever element is smaller than the maximum, I need to like pop it out from the front.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
pop elements smaller than maximum from the front. Since I know that they cannot be a part of my answer. So currently for this particular test case, the queue will hold 3 and 2. Now I will add 1. So run a loop from, so it will run till k minus 1 from k to n minus 1. And
okay, these are the steps you are writing, na? These are the steps you are writing. Okay. Yeah.
Run a loop from k to n minus 1 and add the element.
We can also write the implementation part, means the code part. It's fine, means the basic one. I don't want to run it or
Yeah, got it.
Yeah.
So
sure, means you can first go for it, and yeah, sure.
Okay. So I will keep track of the maximum.
Okay.
Maximum, comma, the array of I, and I will q dot push back array of I. Here pop elements that are maximum from the front. So while the queue is not empty and q dot front is less than maximum, I can pop them safely. Okay, this part is done.
Okay, fine.
Yeah,
I got it. I think that there's a thing missing. Let me just tell you a corner case for it. Then you can surely think of it. So if you will see one thing, that if the test case is something like this, okay, let me just copy it, and it will be like. So in this case, your answer will give 9, I think, for all the.
okay.
If you can see, na, means it will give 9 for all the cases.
No, not for all actually. Like
because whenever we are getting a greater element, we are popping the smaller one. That is what we are doing. So, but if we have all the small elements after it, so the greater element will never pop.
didn't get you. Just can you repeat it?
Okay, just please complete the code and then please write on the thing which I have written. That is case.
Okay.
No worries. Yeah.
Okay. While not your and the q dot front is less than maximum, I can pop it out. So like I'm writing as of now, like whatever I have written as of now.
Yeah.
So
okay.
case 3, I assume. No, it is not
code?
complete. It is.
You can first complete it.
Complete.
You can first complete it. No worries.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, like it will help me better understand it. So like what is happening and
okay.
whatever.
Okay, sure. Go for it.
So like for case 3 here, I will simply add 987 and I will keep at the track of maximum. No
Okay.
problem up to here. And
Yeah.
while not q is empty and q dot front is less than maximum, I can pop it. So maximum is itself 9, so I will not pop anything as of now. So the queue will contain 987 only as of now. Next, I will run a loop for int I equal to k, I less than n, I plus plus. The first thing that I will do is remove the front. No, not always remove the first element. Like there might be a chance that I have already removed some of the elements. So I need to check if the size of the queue is k, then q dot pop front.
So why
So now,
why we will not always remove the first element? Because we know that the first element will not be in our window actually. But why we don't
like
remove?
like in this test case, the maximum was 3, right? In this part, in this window, the maximum was 3, and while executing this loop, I will make sure that whatever element is smaller than the maximum, I will pop it out. So here one will already been removed. Like the only content of the deque will be 3 and 2. So in
Okay.
this case,
Okay.
the size of the queue is not k. Like I have already removed it, so I need not remove it again. That's
So
why I have
means
checked
if
it.
we are at index I, so means the elements before I minus k will not be there, I think.
Yeah,
So we can also store the indexes, means we can also compare with the indexes.
like we can push instead of the elements, we can push the value of I index. That can also be done.
Yeah.
Like instead of pushing ARR I can push I. That can also be done. But yeah, okay.
Sure.
Uh, So I will make sure that, and then now I will add the last element, q dot pushback ARR of I. Okay. So here 987 now it will convert to 876. But okay, 876. Now the thing is my answer will be 8. Okay. Okay. 132, it will be removed, so 32 will remain, then 321. Okay, so okay, 987 876, no, 132 321 214. Okay, okay. Yeah. This maximum is also dynamic. I cannot do it like that. Maximum can
What if we
change.
can just keep track of the indexes, and whenever we have to find the index before I minus k, we can just pop it. If we can take track of the indexes.
Like my problem is not with the popping. I need to find which is the maximum in that k, like k
So
window.
because you are just popping all the minimum elements, so whatever will be in the front will be the maximum, I think. Whatever will be in the front
Yeah,
will be the maximum.
yeah, I am also thinking in that way, but like how many times I have to pop it out, that is my problem. Like here in the window of 214, I will just pop out 2 and 1, but how will I keep track of what is the maximum that is currently present? That is the issue actually.
No worries, no worries. Just take your time.
Okay, 214. Maximum. So like here the maximum was 3, no problem. Then here the maximum is also 3. Here the maximum becomes 4. So here it will be the first element. Here also it will be the first element. Now as soon as this is removed, how will I know that I need to pop these elements? Okay. 132.145.236. Okay.
But I think that I have got the approach what you are thinking, and it's just the confusion between the popping thing is there, and I think that the approach which we have think thought means just remove the element which are smaller. That is exactly fine. Means that's exactly what there should be. Yeah, that is fine. That you're just like. That is the point key how we have to pop the elements, how we have to when there are multiple pops no? Then storing the maximum is I think a problem. It's fine, it's fine. I
Yeah.
think that that's from my side now. Yeah, great. So yeah, I'm just removing your screen. You can open the StreamYard, no worries.
Okay.
Yeah, I've removed your screen. Means no need to unshare the screen, but yeah, I have removed from there. Yeah.
Okay.
Have you opened the StreamYard now? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So fine. So it's I think that feedback time is there. So fine. So if we talk about the first problem which I've asked you, that was a quite it was just a observation based problem, and if someone knows about palindrome and anagram, one can observe it, and yeah, you have totally observed it in I think just in some seconds only. And after that, how you implement the things, how you done the implementation, that was also really good. Okay, so on that, I don't have any type of things. Means you have done I think right, and the time you have taken for it, it's also fine. Means you have taken some 20 minutes for the first problem, that is completely fine because there was the extended version also. I've then told you to print a screen, written a string, and that was exactly fine. So if we talk about the second problem, it was quite tricky one because it was a data structure based problem, which we call as a DSA based data structure based problem, which is basically implemented using queue only. Because the other solutions of it is using the other is basically we can say deque only. Sorry, are theory. Like we can also do it by sliding window, or we can also do it by a map that we have implemented. But that basically gives sliding window because of the time complexity. It should be solved in order of n actually. But yeah, how you just thought of that map solution, because if I will say you truly, that map solution is actually not present even in the GFG portal, and you can certainly add it there if you want.
Like
So
I have told this solution to one of my friend. Like there was another problem to find the maximum. I have told my friend you like this. He told me that no one does it like that. Everyone uses
yeah,
segment tree
exactly.
to find the K. So this is your unique one. Like
Yeah,
he has
exactly.
also
So
told like in
that was a good actually solution. Means even I was not knowing it, but yeah, when you, so it was a good one. Fine. But the as I told you, it was a data structure based problem, and it was basically dependent on queue, and we can also solve it using min heap actually, priority queue. But yeah, we have to solve it
yeah.
using TQ based. And the second thing which you have observed, I think that was exactly correct. But there was some changes that whenever you have to remove the elements, that will be done from the back, not from the front. And from front we will
Okay.
only remove the element when we will apart from the window, because we have to also keep track of the window that that the queue dq will always contain the last k elements. It should not contain the elements
Correct.
which is not in the window. So for checking that we have to check the front, otherwise we have to pop from the back only. Okay, so that was the case actually, and otherwise you have got it. I think when I have given the hint of dq, you have got it in a good way. That is why I have given you the hint, and you just pick at that in some seconds. So it was also great. So now I'm again sharing the screen of you. Just please open your sheet again, that doc sheet,
Yeah.
and just scroll it down to the next page. To the next page.
Okay.
Yeah, here's the feedback. So yeah, so for coding, I will give you 8 out of 10. Okay. By the way, the coding experience was really nice for me. Means how you basically go towards the approach of the second problem, that map, and then after that, it was really good. The only thing was that that was basically a common problem of DQ, and it sometimes happens it was not cracked. And the implementation part, I can give even 9. Even 9 or 8 9. Okay, it's more than 8.5 actually, because how you have implemented the first problem actually, how you are iterated, and you have just stored it in a count odd frequency, count even frequency, and the different things. So that was actually really great. Okay, after that, the communication part is really amazing. If I will say that in each and every step, in each and every line you are writing on the code, you are just explain that to me, and that is a very important thing. So for those who are the viewers also, guys, please remember this thing. Whatever you are writing on the pen, on the paper, whatever you are writing on the code, whatever you are thinking, even that you have to communicate with the interviewer. You have to think loud. You have to write loud. Everything, whatever you are writing, you have to communicate with the and that is what he does. So you have done that very amazingly. Means you are just in communication with me for every line you are writing, and that was a very plus point for the interview actually. And for the problem solving part too, I can give you 8.5 or 9, means from 8 to 9 something, because yeah, how you solve the first problem, that was also great. That was a quite easy one. But how for the second problem, just come up with a new approach, and then you also just got my hint of the DQ, and then go towards that in a quick way. So that was also great. So overall, it was 8.5 out of 10, and I think that it was a good rating, and one should hire you on this if it is a real interview. I think so. So that's from my side. So yeah, any feedback from your side?
No, it was great. The questions, like, they were standard questions, and like, yeah, that's it. It was a great
So
experience to have the interview.
yeah, if you want to ask anything, so you can ask.
So like, are this only the type of, like, for an internship point of view, what are the level of questions asked? Like, are these the only the level of questions asked that are in the interview for internship? I am telling as of now.
Yeah. So for internships, if I will tell you that the questions are basically depends on the company or the role you are applying for. So if you are applying for a good product-based company, and so obviously it will ask you some medium hard level problems. And what I think is that the first problem which is asked to you basically is somehow which is to check your skills. So it's not that you can say that the first problem which I've asked was not so tough, because it should not be that you ask a problem
Right.
which is very tough and that the whole interview is just going around it, and it should not be very easy. So it's something which someone asks. And for a second problem, if there are 2 or 3 problems, it is of something medium level. If we talk about the very advanced topics like DP, like graphs, we have tries, we have the other advanced topic trees. So for that, I think that only for intern point of view, I'm not talking about the interns of very big companies like Google and other these top tech giants. They basically ask the CP level questions. I'm just for the in general. Only standard questions are asked. If we talk about the very hard topics, like in DP, they can ask you like a problem which is based on recursion, and then you have to implement a DP on the recursion. It's not like that they will ask you a very
Right.
advanced DP or something bit marks DP or something like that. It will not be there. So yeah, and if we talk about the very basic one, so the greedy approaches, the basic problems of like this was a basic problem of queue, and the basic problem of stack. We have next real element. We have different basic problems, which are, you can say, standard problem of a particular data structure. That yeah, this problem can be solved by this. This problem can be solved by this. So like find the k smallest element, find the k largest element. That should be solved by heap, priority queue. So these type of standard
Right.
problems should be done. So that is what we have to do. Yeah. Yeah, I hope that it was a great experience from your side. Now you can share your screen. No worries. Uh, okay. Great. It was great experience for me too, interviewing you. Thank you then. Thank you very much, Purbendu. Thank you for that. Okay. Okay,
Thank
guys.
you.
Okay, guys, so this was another session of our mock live DSA. I hope you all love this particular session. If you guys also want to be part of these amazing sessions, you can check out the form which is given in the description. You can fill it out, and you can also get a chance to be with me or another mentor at Geeks for Geeks in this particular amazing channel. So thank you for watching. That's all for today. Let's meet with you guys in another stream. Till then, all the best. Happy coding. GFG कर लो हो जाएगा.